Crab theory. What that really means, simply put, is excuses. Your tendency to make excuses. Teachers, if you push aside problems continuing to come up, questions you can't answer, and challenges that arise that you can't solve, then if people start to say things like, hey, that's crab theory, he tends to block the process and puts up barriers instead of working through different options towards the goal, and they start to place blame, just letting you know that those are excuses, and that's crab theory. If you can give the answer, do it. If you have the solution, inform others. If problems keep coming up and you know it's wrong, don't be embarrassed. Recognize the mistake and switch it around so that you can improve and keep going. Doing these three things can help build your confidence in the future. It's simple. A true story related to this is about a famous woman named Erin Brockovich. She was an American mom. That's it. So one time she realized that the water smelled funny. So she went to a government official about the water. They gave her vague answers and didn't have a solution to the problem. Later, she went to ask them when when they would fix it. They they tried to push it under the rug, but she kept coming back for answers. She resisted and worked in silence. And she continued to resist until the water changed. After the water was clean, they admitted that they were wrong and embarrassed. Um, it's been better since then because they have answers. Good for Erin. We need people like Erin to save people in our water system. And that is specifically what Tamara Gadet Gadudi is doing to strengthen the deaf to strengthen deaf culture and all the future deaf children. It's simple. You see many oppressed groups doing the same thing, um, as Black community and the LGBT community. When people disrupt the community because they don't know how to interpret it, um, many in our deaf community discuss, analyze, and learn with each other. There are people who collect money from cochlear implants and hearing aids who are just trying to profit from the deaf community by collecting money from the government to use the community as testers and analyze it. Those are those are the people we need to push away. We need to focus on our community. If something happens and a deaf baby is born, our experience works to the developing process. It helps that family build a loving environment for that deaf child. DVD, Deafness Variation Database. Man, what Tamara is doing is encouraging people not to keep being oppressed, avoiding the problems our community faces in the endless cycle of being embarrassed of the deaf community. Resist that. We must know the answers to strengthen the deaf community, protect future deaf children, and continue to resist. Do you have a solution? No, resist. If problems show up and you don't know the solution or a way to help resist, I encourage all teachers to answer Tamara's question. Answer to our community. Resist other people's answers and data that are not in the community. Now I'm joining Tamara. Resist.